Hi, everyone. This is part 2 of the tech scams. The first part can be found on Uploaded. This part is the remainder of the presentation. And to backtrack a bit, we will be going slightly over the slide phishing scam so you can pick up where you left off. So part of the scams in continuing on is these phishing scams. It's a PH that it's referred to as opposed to FISH. And this is where scammers use tricks to get you to give up personal information, usually online. So when you respond, you end up giving them access to your accounts. So, there's a caution to not click on or open up emails that you're not familiar with, or not, open up links in something unless it's a particular site that you wanted to go to in the first place. The reason is because we don't want an outsider who's looking to get access to your accounts or your files. We don't want them to download any suspicious tech onto your computer. We call this malware. So we want to avoid opening things. And they've given this label the term phishing scams, right? They're hoping that you're going to get caught. They're hoping that, you bite, so to speak, along that analogy, that you bite the worm or the hook, and that they can pull you along. Okay, so this is something to be aware of, and this is a continuation of the next part. When we look at further into phishing scams, we gave this example, and this is a continuation of the last presentation. This is part 2. We put up the slide as an example from the Canada Revenue Agency, right? So this is something that would typically be an example where it's somewhat similar. It's not, you might be fooled into thinking it is. It's telling you that there's an amount that you're required to log in and provide your social insurance number. And you do it by clicking on a link. Now, the Canada Revenue Agency, we bring this up because this is a common one where folks are sent out false information from scam sites, fraudulent sites. And we want to make people aware that the Canada Revenue Agency would not do this. They would send a letter if you owe money. They would sometimes call you, but get you, and they would leave something, information to say, get in touch with CRA. They would never make you click on a link from a site like this, okay? And that's because they know that there are scams out there. So just beware of that. Most folks these days have something called My Account that is set up. It's very specific. So when you're in doubt, don't go through these links. Shut the stuff down, erase the email, and open up a different window where you go to the actual Canada Revenue Agency site, not followed through these links. Okay, and that way you can guarantee you're checking your information to see if it's correct. Okay, they would never send an email to you like this. It always is through your My Account or through letter mail. Okay, usually in the form of your notice of assessment. Okay, so if we go back, these are the things that are present. It should have your name. If it is from the CRA, it would have your name and information known to you. It should be where you go, and these are the things we pointed out. It should be where you're going into the My CRA account by yourself, not through a link. There's a $ after the number. That's a good telltale sign. In Canada, we usually start the number with the $, not afterwards. And it's directing you not to the Canada government site. it's directing you somewhere suspicious. So don't click on those links. That's usually a telltale sign. This is another one. This is a pop-up. So we used to have these all the time where we would get these computer virus warnings. And with these, we have to be very careful. If you look at the top of the picture, it says treeforyou.com. I have no idea what that is. And that's usually a good telltale sign where it's not related to anything. They've come up with this picture that pops up, but it's actually not related to your computer at all. It's just a photograph they're using in hopes that you'll click on the link, in hopes that they're going to take you away from a site in order to access your information. So if you don't, you should get to know your computer and know what type of system is in place. You would have to go into your settings to find out what type of security is set up. I know from my computer, my new computer, when I purchased it, it told me the particular security that it came with, and I then opened up an account. So the best way to do this is to shut this all down, erase it, and go to your actual account that you hold individually. Don't click on these links, and take a look to see if there are computer viruses or warnings. The other thing you can do is log off and power down your computer to make sure nothing has been accessed, okay? What are the things that you can look for? A lot of red flags or a lot of points that come up are being able to identify when it is a scam. We've created a list so that you can see it. One of them is, did you receive a credit card that you had never applied for? That's probably a good idea that that's a scam. Don't use it. If you didn't go ask the bank for the credit card, you shouldn't be receiving one. And quite frankly, it is a little bit suspicious. If you see unexpected charges on your account, take a look at them, go into the bank and discuss them. You should be aware of what's happening in your accounts, and make a point to go through your accounts on a regular basis to ensure that you don't have any type of transaction that you didn't do, because that could be a sign that someone has accessed your accounts, okay? So we want to be diligent about checking our accounts for different transactions. If you've been denied credit but haven't applied for a credit card, that's also a sign that something's suspicious or something's happened to your account, okay? You should go into your financial institution, the bank that you bank from, and speak to one of the staff there, the financial advisors, one of the managers, about your accounts. You may need to switch your account or cancel a debit card, things like that. It is a lot of sometimes annoying and a lot of work, but it would protect you, okay? And also make them aware that any other further transactions don't have anything to do with you, that this could be fraudulent behavior. Another thing to look for, if you receive correspondence from debt collectors, okay, that's also a sign. You don't need to engage with them. If you have debt for some reason, like you haven't paid a bill or haven't paid a ticket, things like that, you would be aware